Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Clover, of course. Funny. And I know that last time we talked about Life Makeover, I was doing our 5-star gotcha banner pulls on both the sets from the new 5-star banner, and I'm going to be doing our first detailed breakdown for our Nautical Will set. So this is our pirate set in Life Makeover. I think it's our first pirate set in Life Makeover, and I think it's like my first pirate set, like in general. There was one from Influencer Story. I actually have this idea for a video, so let me know down below in the comments all the different mermaid sets we've had, because I would love to like maybe like towards the end of the week, or whenever I get a chance to film it, I would love to do like a who did the best mermaid set. I know like Shiny Nikki has one currently running, which we will be doing a video on. I think I'm going to be filming that tonight as well. Um, and I know that, of course, we got one in Infinity Nikki. Love Nikki's had mermaids. We got mermaids in Suit You. We had mermaids in Life Makeover. I want to look at like all the mermaids and see like which one's my favorite. Because I love mermaids, and I would love to do it with like fairies, because I know that's another commonplace. But pirates is like another one where like pirates come up a lot in different fashion games. And I don't know, I like them too. And also they come up in dolls. Like there's this one Yasmin doll that's like dressed up like a little pirate. But without further ado, without further stalling, let's go ahead and take a look at these individual pieces. So I'm gonna first of all take off all of the set. We're gonna just take the set off, and we are going to, how do I just clear everything? Yeah, right like that. Okay, great. We're gonna go ahead and just start with the hair. So we have the Fleeting Spark hair. So this is kind of the hair for the 5-star. I think it's a really interesting hair in my opinion. Something very different and very unique. We can go ahead and see that you can obviously dye the two little shades. So the first palette is gonna be this main like piece. It's just gonna be the majority of the hair that you're recoloring. So you have obviously a whole bunch of different palettes that you can see it in. You can see it in some of the purples. Obviously, I love it in the blonde. It's locked though until you have, you need more trend charts, I'm pretty sure, right? Yeah, like I can't just like get this one, right? I don't think. Yeah, it's locked. So I would have to get some of the palettes as well to get kind of like this pretty blonde shade. We have like some other colors that I'll show you even from here. I want to show you a few of the different colors and the few of the different shade options if you were thinking about it, because I think that can be helpful in deciding whether or not like you want to pull on it, like what it actually looks like in a few of these other colors. I can go ahead and also have no highlights for right now, so we'll just kind of match everything. This is kind of what it looks like in an all black option. Here's kind of what it would look like if you just wanted it like all in blonde. It looks pretty. And then of course we can see like some fun options. So here's like blonde with some dark highlights, which can be fun. You can always do, and you can also do like light highlights. You could do like a blue highlight. You could do like a red highlight. You have a lot of different options with this hair, which I really like. But I do kind of like it more without the highlight color. Like if we want to just go back and see what the default looks like, I can just hit reset. I just don't know if I necessarily love this. It's kind of giving me like Wendy's. Um, and I don't really like this either. This like white with the red streaks. And I definitely don't, well, I actually don't mind the black with the red streaks. But I definitely think that for our base color, I like it more in like this blonde shade. So I think I'll unlock this palette for this hair. And then for our second color, I'll keep that red for now. We'll keep a little bit of the red coming through for it because I think it is pretty. So we'll save that dye for the hair. And then now that we have the hair, let's go ahead and check out our top and bottom. I think that's kind of like our next major little piece. And they go really well together, but I can also kind of show the top with some other different bottoms just to see like, how does it look with other bottoms? You know, you might need to like dye them a little bit to kind of have them all like blend in more seamlessly. But the top does work technically with a bunch of different bottoms in terms of like it won't clip or anything for the most part, but there's definitely some options you could do with this top. So it could be a versatile piece. I don't know if it's necessarily I have the things in my closet to make it work, if that makes sense. But there definitely is something that you could make work with that. And then of course I will do the same with our new skirt. And put the skirt on, and let's go ahead and take this top off and take a look at some other tops with it. Of course, I think this skirt is actually like the one that's even more versatile. I think there's probably a lot of options that will work with the skirt. Obviously, you can dye it, you can change the colors. This is Life Makeover. Let's go ahead and, but I wanted to show you that yes, the skirt can be used for other things. Obviously, not every single top will be compatible with it, just like everything else. Like if it's gonna touch it too much, it's probably not gonna work. But of course, we can see kind of what our skirt looks like. We have some other dye options. I like these a lot better. I think that for, in my opinion, the colors that they chose for the skirt and the top, like they don't match like in the original. Like I don't really see this matching that much at all. It kind of clashes, honestly. Like I think I would find a brown color maybe similar to the skirt color for my own like little recolor. So let's go ahead and take a look at the dyes for the top. Let's go ahead and click into the dye section, and we have a lot of different options and opportunities for dyes. Of course, our palette only gives us 3 little options that are just unlocked by default. So if you wanted to kind of like try to match the skirt to this top, you'd have to find like a deep red that would kind of like match with it. I don't necessarily know what red they use. I feel like they use like this one or like one of the ones from like these darker palettes. But again, like there's a whole lot of options that you can dye this with. You can always, of course, dye like these sleeve bits. I think these would look pretty in like a white, like a lighter color. Of course, like to get white, you're gonna have to really go down to like these, you're gonna have to really unlock a few of these different palettes. Number 3 on this is again just more of the sleeves that you can dye if you want to. And what is this palette part? Oh, this is for the trim. So of course you can do a whole lot more with the outfit than like they've initially let you do. The base kind of doesn't really do too much with the details, but like you can really make like the belt stand out if you want to, which I think is really good. Palette 7 is just random, and then palette 8 is just, yeah, showing some other stuff. And then also this is just like, oh, you can dye the epaulets, so if you wanted to make them yellow, or if you wanted to make them blue, you could do that too. Seems like you can't dye this little gem up here, this little gem, but let me just double check. Is that what this is? Yeah, that's what, okay, so you can dye the gem. Okay, the gem is also dyeable, so we have that as well. She looks a little crazy. But we can go ahead and take a look at our skirt now, because of course this is our skirt. We have a lot of palettes available to us. I think even just like a simple switch of like that, like doing something different with the skirt, like even doing like that, like instantly makes it match a lot better in my opinion. Like I just don't think it really matches the best. Here's our undercoat piece. Like you could also make this like the light color if you wanted to, which I think it works. I actually do kind of like it with the, let me go to the original. There we go. Did I have that? Yeah, I did it like this. I kind of like it like this a little bit more, but I kind of want to see what it looks like if I have this be dark, this be dark brown, and then this be light. Kind of like that too. I almost feel like this color is not fully like matching. I feel like this is kind of a better shade match to our top than the other one is. This little palette down here. Definitely not that one. Probably in here. It's just the materials, you know, if the materials are different, they show colors a little bit differently, which is perfectly fine, which is why I actually think for now we'll go ahead and do the combo like this. But of course, you can always dye like all the different things. You can dye like, you know, the little bits at the bottom orange if you want to. I hit undo. I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't like that that's showing. You can dye the little bits at the bottom, and then number 4 will unlock. What will this unlock? Okay, you can of course dye the little tassels as well. The tassels are dyeable. It's actually cool because right now they don't really stand out like at all to me. I'm gonna just like put them in this color. I feel like that kind of helps them just like they appear a little bit in the dress. This is number 5. This is for something. I don't actually really know what that is, what that's dyeing. Doesn't seem to be too significant. And then we have 6, which is probably the gems. Yeah, that's just part of that little anchor over there. keep that colored. We have 7. So this is our orange color, and this is this is the petal details, I think. Yeah, so that's the little petals that are kind of coming, the effects. So number 7 is the effects that are kind of happening around the dress. I kind of like want them to stay like a lighter color. I think that would be pretty. We have that, of course. I think these kind of all look good. I'm gonna just save my dyeable pieces right now. And it might take off some of my stuff. But I think this is like overall really cute, and I think getting rid of the red is kind of fun, but I don't know, we might add the red back, who knows. But let's go ahead and add some socks. No, we don't have socks for the 5-star set. We have some shoes though. We do have some shoes. Here's our scaled soiree shoes, which let's take a look at some other shoe options. Do we have any more? Like even these boots almost like fit a little bit better with this look than the boots from the actual set. Do like a shoe. We have like a combat boot. We have like another, again, combatish boot. I feel like the boot situation is not my favorite. That's like my weakest point of the set, is kind of the shoe situation. But I feel like the shoes in Life Makeover honestly do sometimes leave a little to be desired. Let's keep seeing. Is there another shoe? I love these little, like, these are so brats. These are so brats. If you know, you know. They obviously are not like a great fit for this look, but they're really cute. Even like these little just basic combat boots, I like. I wish we had like a higher knee. I had like a higher knee boot. Even these, let me see what these would look like if I went ahead and dyed them. Ooh, they've got like a really weird tinge. Probably not these. Because I'm like looking for a boot that's like a little bit higher. Yeah, like even something like this. These might be a little too high, but I can also double check and see how these would look if we dyed these dark brown. Ooh, these are kind of cute. And are these some laces? Oh, I guess that's just for that. I can just unlock that. Oh, I can't unlock this. I need some kind of dyeing material. But these are like, again, another option that you can see for like what other boots you might want to like pair with the set. I can't make that dye currently, but in the future, hopefully I'll be able to do it. So we have a whole lot of different shoe options that we could go with. I feel like I have so many shoes in Life Makeover. But of course we have like, you know, you could always use the new 6-star little shoes, but we'll just stick with our little Starlight boots. I'm gonna take off our skirt just for a second, just so we can get into these boots. These boots are a little bit sus. Like these boots are a little sus. I also just really wish you could actually like see boots better in the dyeing. The zoom is always so strange, but here you can kind of see them. Of course you can change like the main color, you can change the side color, you can make them like lighter, darker, whatever you really want. I'm gonna go ahead and reset them. I might just make them like dark brown. I feel like they almost like throw off the vibe. Like we wanted to make them like dark brown, but it's like kind of like 50 shades of dark brown, so maybe the black works better. We'll just reset them for now. Can we get like a pitch black? Ooh. Yeah, these would look way better in like an actual like saturated black besides versus like the actual, this little like unsaturated black that we get stuck with. But we'll go ahead and reset that because we don't have those unlocked yet. But again, if you want to unlock those, you would be able to have that option. Put our skirt back on. The skirt does look good with the boots. I don't think we have socks with the 5-star, unfortunately. These are from the Starshine apps. I don't remember what that is. But let's see if we can add a sock, because I feel like she needs like a sock of sorts. I mean, I always love these little tights. She just needs kind of like a sock. These are even kind of cute. Let's see if I can dye these, if it'll let me. Let's see. We can just keep these. We just make these brown if necessary. Brown flowers. Brown. And we could make this like, can we make this like off-white? Yeah, like that. So it's like not so like starkly white. Just go ahead and do that. Oh, we can't do that. It might be like a little tan. Oh, here we go. We can just do that. There we go. So I just added like a little sock to it because I don't think that this set comes with a sock, um, unfortunately, which is fine. I mean, like it's a sock, so. But we have some accessories, of course, with this set. The main accessory being our pirate hat, our voiceless murmur hat. This hat is crazy. Now that I like look at this set, is this set even cute? It looks crazy now that I'm like looking at it. Like why this hat like does not match at all, it feels like. There's so many red elements that I realized that like there's so many different colors happening. That's what I think I'm realizing with this set. Let's go ahead and just like we need to reset the set really quick. We need to put the set back on because I need to take a look at this hat like with everything else on. Let's go ahead and just do that really quick. I wish you could just like reset the entire set. Let's put this set back on. Boom. Okay. We need to go ahead. This set is kind of a little disjointed now that you say it. Now that we kind of look at it, let's just reset. Is there a way to like reset this completely? I don't even know. I think this is kind of how it's supposed to look originally. I can't like reset the entire like die. That's fine. But this is kind of like how the set looks normally. But of course we have our hat. The hat's really cute. I like feel like now upon like really further inspection, like does this set like work at all? Dye this really quick. How do I just reset? I wish it would just reset like all the dyeing that you've done to it. But we can just do that. Maybe we need a red hair to kind of bring everything together. I don't know. It doesn't match. Why is there green gems? There's so much green in this set. Why is there so much green with red? Is this Christmas? I don't know. This set is now kind of throwing me off. Now that we're doing this like really detailed breakdown, I'm gonna need to like go ahead and dye some of these bits. Get rid of the green. Because the green is what's really throwing me off. And also like, why are we so warm toned with this top? And then why is the steering wheel so cool toned? I'm so thrown off. Let me know down below in the comments if you see some like really weird harmony issues happening with this set. Because I'm really seeing it right now and I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I like this set anymore. Upon like really further inspection, because like these colors don't work together. These colors don't work together like at all. The boots don't work. We don't have a sock. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Even just adding the sock kind of makes it a little cuter. But this is like, I don't know. But let's go over the hat. So we have the hat here. Let's go ahead and see if we can dye it, what these dyes look like, what are the dyeable areas and regions. Let's click dye. So of course, you have a few different palettes to work with just on launch. You can go ahead and dye like the gems, all that stuff. You can dye the actual like hat itself. Oh, you can dye the feathers, which is great. Dye those other colors if you want to. I imagine that this is also the other feather part. Yeah, so you can go ahead and change these feathers up if you want to. Like maybe just making them like white would probably be the best option. Like, you know what I mean? Like just having them be like a lighter color instead of like something really crazy like this. Like, I don't know. It's just like, again, we have so many different colors going on at the same time in this set. There's so much greens that is really throwing me off. Like, why are we doing red and green? It's giving Christmas, but it's also giving Wendy, like Wendy's. But that's the hat. I think again, like I like the hat. I feel like there's elements. Oh, there's the hat. Ooh, I feel like even like the hat in like a red. Like add a little red to it. Like why is this hat like this off black shade? Like I don't like an off black. Like have it in a red or kind of like get into like the dark brown of it all. Like, you know, just like take it there if we're gonna take it there. Like why is everything so not matching? And then also like why do we have this big black gem? Like why isn't this red? It's like upon further inspection, this set is like a hot mess. Like, what is going on with this set? Yeah, like I think this needs to be like this a deep red because wasn't it black before? Like, what is going on with this set? Let's go ahead and reset the hat. Yeah, like don't you feel like just my dyes like added so much more like congruence to how the set looks? I have no idea what Life Makeover is thinking with this default, but we of course have some like new dyes. This one is atrocious. This is awful. I feel like I'm being so negative about this set, but I think like upon further inspection, I don't like the way that Life Makeover chose to dye it. I'm sorry. But that was the hat. And there's other accessory pieces that like I don't know if it's like super necessary that we look at. Let's go ahead and take a look at this necklace though. I'm gonna just take off her hair because the hair is like throwing me off. Let's take a look at this necklace in depth because this necklace is again throwing me off so bad. Like I need to get into like really fixing this set. Because again, like just straight up here, like change the gems, it looks so much better. Obviously there's some green in here, but like I don't think we needed the green at all. Like I don't understand why we have the green. Why is there green at all? We just need red. I'm gonna go ahead and dye this set with all of you guys after we do this detailed breakdown to try to like make it a little bit more cohesive because right now it's like looking at like a hot mess. So we have our necklace. We can obviously, you know, you're free to dye whatever pieces you want. You can dye the choker part. You can dye the gems or the pearls. You can go ahead and dye, you know, this. You can dye. It seems like you can't dye the anchor itself though, can you? Okay, you can kind of dye. Let me see. Can I make it like all a light color? Can I be a pastel pirate? Okay, you can. I think we have an idea. I think we're gonna be doing a pastel pirate because I think that's what we need. We need to fix this. We need to fix it with some pastels. And what is gonna fix it? A pastel is gonna fix it. Like, you know, we need the Lord and we need pastels. That will be our recolor because this right now is a hot mess. But yeah, we can just reset that for now. That was the necklace. Here are the earrings. Again, the earrings are probably like the most cohesive part right now for me of this set. At least they're just a simple little, you know, circular earring. You can kind of, you know, again, you have liberty to dye them how you want them. Dye the gem in the middle, do all that. It's a simple earring, but again, it makes sense with the set. Let's talk about the piece that I was excited for upon first notice, and now I'm like not excited about really that much at all. Let's close the dyeing. Accessories, handheld, special. Crossbody, where is this? Floating? No. Handhelds. Yes, it's under handhelds. This piece is so confusing with the set. Like, doesn't it just not look like it matches? Like, let's just do really quick. Boom. And don't we feel like that matches just so much better? And then, wait, one sec. Boom. Get rid of all the green. It's like the congruence just makes a lot more sense when you take out these weird hints of green in the set and you also darkened the wood a little bit more. I feel like it made a little bit more sense. I feel like I understand what they were trying to go for by kind of having this be a throw off, like a little throw off bit. But it just doesn't feel right and correct because they chose to just do such a warm shade of red for the majority of the skirt. And so I feel like they needed to kind of go with the set a little bit better. But let's go ahead and style this set because we've gone over all of the pieces in my opinion. I think we have. Maybe I didn't go over the rings, but they're just rings. And there may be like one other piece that I have like not fully touched on. But let's see if we can make this a pastel pirate set because that's kind of what I want to try and see if we can do it. Let's go ahead and do special. Where is our sets? I'm gonna like make sure I have everything on. Take out all of the outfit and then add our nautical will set back on. Yeah, this is a hot mess upon upon actually looking at it. It's a hot mess. We're gonna start with the hair though. What color hair should we think? Let's just do a blonde. Let's just go with a nice like neutral, like pretty blonde with some like pretty, like, can we do like a light blonde highlight? What can we do with the highlight? I think we'll go ahead and just stick with a blonde for right now as we kind of go. Actually, we need to take the hair out of the face. So let's take the hair off for 1 second so we can just get into like the vibe really quick. Let's go ahead and take off the handheld as well, just for a second. Just for a second so we can see everything. I need to take off this hat as well because we need to find some colors that are going to work for both our top and our bottom piece. Let's take off our hat as well. Okay, there we go. We have like the majority of our set right now on without like the big hat piece. So let's go ahead and go into our dyes. What can we do with this piece? We can make it pink. Will it look cute as like a pastel set? I don't know. I don't know how I'm feeling about the pastel. We can do silver, but now it's kind of like, I feel like it's getting a little bit more inspired. Like it doesn't look as piratey. Like these are a little too saturated of colors. We could do gold, like a golden pirate. That could be cute. We could do a dark, we could make it more red and just lean into the reds. I actually feel like we might do that. I feel like maybe we lean more into the reds. I like the red top versus what was the top was like brown before. And like, let's take a look at if we can get into the skirt really quick and see if I can maybe add the brown back into the bottom. Or if we need to make the skirt also red. These are technically the same color, but of course they have a different material, so they're kind of, you know, taking a bit of a different shade. See, this is feeling a little bit too, like this feels warmer, like a warmer brown. Maybe we do this combo. Again, it's like still not fully matching, but we're gonna have, like, I feel like the red is such a strong color and the brown is such a strong color. They're almost like clashing a little bit. But what if we just went light with the skirt? And we just let the top have its moment. Go ahead and do that. Oh, where's our top? We didn't save the dye, I guess. That was this color. There we go. Let's go ahead and unlock that. Save that dye for now. Let's see what we can do with our boots. Because I just feel like we need a different shoe. Okay, maybe not that shoe. I feel like even like these, like I think I like these a little bit better. Can I dye these? Will it allow me to dye them? Yes, so I can make these a red as well if I want to. I can make them just like a brown boot. Let's see what they look like in red. Let's just make them all red. Save. Okay, we have a red boot. Let's go ahead and add a sock. Ooh, I kind of like these little fishnets. Do they have too much flowery stuff on them though? Keep going. These are definitely really fishnetty. Ooh, I kind of like the asymmetrical little like sock moment. We have these socks, these socks. We just could do like a, we could just do like a black, you know, a tight. Ooh, I kind of like these little like ripped up kind of socks. Let's go ahead and dye these. I think these can be dark. Should these be dark? I don't know. Let's see. Let's see. Or should these also be kind of like a tan color? Let's see what they look like in tan. I actually think maybe we just go with them in tan for right now. We can always change our mind. Oh, there we go. Are these... Oh yeah, they're back in the same color. They did not get their dye saved, unfortunately. Also, we're locking in for a long video tonight, everybody. So thank you guys so much for sticking with us. There we go. Okay, so those are the socks that I'm going with for now. We might, of course, change it up because we might just need to. First of all, let's go into this necklace because this necklace is throwing me off so bad. Let's dye the green bits, just the dark red. Just leave that for now, and that works. I just need those the green bits like all taken out of the set. I cannot see any green. So we have that. Can I dye these shoes black? That's my question. Because if I could dye the shoes black, that may also kind of help the situation. Like this belt is brown for some reason. Can I do something with this top? Let's see. Do I have like a black? I don't have a black, unfortunately. We do not have a black, so we have to work with that. I don't, that's why I'm like unsure if I should keep the boots a red color or if I should keep them brown, but I kind of feel like the red works for right now. Let's see if we add our hair back, what is going on with the look. Okay, so we've got hair back. What if we change the hair? What if we switch up our hair and try something different? We gotta put our hat on. We need to put our hat on and see what hair will work with the hat because it really all depends on our hat. Here's Voiceless Murmur. So we need to go ahead and fix this hat ASAP. Let's see, what should we do? Should we be making the hat itself red? Or should we keep it in its original color? I just feel like the black now just really doesn't, like, stands out in a bad way. Make it brown. I think technically we have to make it the red. But does it, or this red? I feel like that red actually looks a little bit better. More warm red. We can go ahead and unlock that. And we're gonna need to change this gem piece right here. We're gonna also change this to a red color. That like looks a lot better. These little plumies, I'm gonna make these these like a light color. Oh, I don't think this is the right thing that I'm dying. Let's see, where are our little plumes? Here's one of them, I think. Palette like 7. Yeah, that's that. Let's see if I can just make these light. No, that's not the right one. Is it this? Nope, that's the hat. Nope, that's more gems. But I'm glad those gems are red. There we go. There's the little plumies. Okay, those are not. Those are throwing me off. What should I do with these little feathers? I make them like white. We just do not have white. I hate that white is like all the way locked. What can I do on these feathers? I could make the feathers dark. I don't know. I don't know about the dark feathers. But what if I just made them all kind of this grayish color? We could try that for right now. I don't know, these feathers are dying kind of strangely. No. Let's see what it looks like all together. I think it looks okay. I feel like the feathers are really something we need to work on. But let's keep adding to the set. Is it too red? Oh no. But what if I just went brown with the set then? Instead of having it be red. I don't know. Let's see. What other pieces do we have? We obviously have the gloves. I'm going to keep the gloves their same color. I think. Guess we'll change them to red as well. We'll make the gloves red. It's fine. And we have rings, of course, which is another place that we need to actually change because, again, it's throwing me off. Dye the ring, get rid of the green, add our red into there. There we go. Oh, we did not save that dye, unfortunately. We're gonna save it this time. There we go. The green is gone. Oh no, the green is not gone. I messed up the dye again. What was this originally? It was like that. And this is the green that we need to dye. There we go. Okay. Life is good. We've gotten rid of any traces of that green. Which I love green, but not that shade of green, especially with this outfit. What else do we have? Do we have green in the garter? I don't think there's any green in the garter. I don't see any, at least. I hope I don't see any. I feel like something that we might want to take a look at is take a look back at the skirt. I feel like there's some really deep gold hues everywhere. And I think we might need to see if I can add some of that into these little beads. Let's see, do we have like a bronzy color? No, that's not the bronzy color I'm thinking. I have like matching with that. Like kind of like gold. kind of adding a little bit more darkness onto the skirt with like the little gem bits. Oh, I don't know what that changed. Because I can't find a good gold color for some reason. Let's see. Do 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 do. Boom. No, that's not really like this color. I'm trying to find something that's similar to that. Oh, I mean, I'm not dyeing the right thing. Yeah, okay, sorry. I'm trying to find that kind of... Okay, that actually kind of works. That's not the right color. Nope, nope, nope. Definitely not this one. No, not that one. I feel like this one actually kind of works. I feel like that color and that shade is in here somewhere. I just can't seem to find it. Yeah, it's not those. It's like kind of more of a golden yellowy deeper color. Like kind of like this, but like that's a little bit too much. So something that matches it, because it doesn't seem like we can find something in nature that matches it, is this color right here. We'll just go ahead and use that, unlock this, and we can go ahead and color this as well, and on this as well. Oop. Okay, great. That looks great. I think that looks a little bit better. Kind of adds a little bit more darkness into the skirt, hopefully trying to match some of the shades that we have going on. Everything else is looking pretty okay at the moment. Except for that hat bit is throwing me off. Can I do something with that hat? I feel like we could do red feathers. But would that be cute? I don't know. Let's go ahead and get our handheld. Let's see what we can do with this handheld. Ooh, okay. This needs some help. So we could make it red if we wanted to. We could make it a dark brown wood color, which I think really does look pretty good. I think we'll start with the dark brown wood color. We'll make the gems red because those are throwing me off. And I feel like honestly the metal color is like not fully matching everything else. What if I grabbed this color? I don't know about that. Let's see, what does this all look like? This looks all pretty good together, actually, in my opinion. I just feel like we're disjointed. The red is like what's throwing me off the most. Let me see if I can just quickly change and make it dark brown. Instead of having it primarily red, having it, everything primarily dark brown instead. See about the shoes. If I change these to a dark brown instead. And then let's go ahead and take a look at this hat accessory. Oh, we're really like locking into this dye. Ooh, yeah, I feel like this dark brown is working a lot better. And we're gonna need to change this piece around a little bit, but I think now we can almost change these to a deep red for the plumes. Ooh, not that. There we go. Maybe that one plume could stay light. Maybe there's like one plume can be dark. Oh, not that. It's like 2, 6. Changing. Is it 7? 7, 9 is also a plume. Okay. We'll keep it like that for right now. Take a look at the set now that we've changed it from red to deep brown. I feel like it's honestly working a little bit better for me, but right now what's throwing it off for me is these socks. So we're going to go ahead and change our socks really quick. And we're going to just put these ones on for now. I think we just do a tight. I think we just do a normal tight. She has her little garter on. She looks cute. I think this is cute. I think we have styled this outfit a lot better than how it looked originally. I think for the necklace, the only thing I need to change is I want to make that, I want to get rid of the black. We're not doing black. So this necklace needs to be dark brown. That looks great. Okay. I like that we have some hints of red somewhere. We probably could find some ways to put a little bit. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize the anklet. Her little garter has like a crazy little color in there. Um, let's see, can I change her posture? I can change her posture. Let's see like what she looks like standing. She looks really cute if I'm gonna be honest. I think she does look really cute. I like this look. I like the pirate set a lot better now that we've kind of updated it a lot more. Let's go ahead and name it like pirate. Pirate. Did I spell that right? I think. So yes, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I know this was a long one, but like I said, we needed to make this set work because it was like really throwing me off when we first took a look at it. There was some weird colors in there. There was some craziness. I think it works now that we've dyed it. We changed the shoes a little bit. It's still throwing me off a little bit, and I'll probably still continue to work with it to try to find something like that's going to work perfectly for me. But I'm glad that we were able to kind of go over all the dyes. I hope this helped you make a decision because I can't say I like fully recommend it anymore. I feel like at first I was like, I really want this set. But now taking a look at the dyes and like the overall set, like up close and personal, I'm like, I'm not sure about it. So let me know down below in the comments, how do you feel about Nautical Will? And did this detailed breakdown also kind of like break your brain a little bit with all those weird like green bits that were like throwing everything off? But thank you guys again so much for watching, and until next time, bye everybody!